JDs and gentlemen, welcome back to ASSCA, and we are here at Richmond. This is our staple track in a way. We've been here every season, it's always delivered. We're testing out a new tire and a new aero package, so I'm a little scared because we did have a terrible run at Pigs Creek a little bit ago, so I'm a little bit nervous. You know, hopefully we can get things going in the right direction this time. And nobody crashes out, and we actually have cars at the end of the race. There's not a lot to go over except for I'm going to have a seizure if I keep looking at that flashing light, so I'm going to change the camera to T2. There's not a lot to talk about because over the holiday break, all the drivers that were going to be out did their injury recovery. So everybody is back, including Gert, who is finally back right there behind the 30, you can see him. There's not a lot to go over. And there's one thing to go over though. Kyrock, I was a little stupid and forgot that they did alternating weeks. Humphrey Clot and Gwendy 444 should be able to make their scheduled starts. Oh, cut away from that. They should be able to make their scheduled starts without issue. And there's Buster Guts, who has been a menace in Kyrock the last two races. He starts towards the front today, and speaking of towards the front, let's get straight into it, why don't we? Let's get in to our sandy beach land for sale in Atlantic, Canada at Holland Harbor Bay starting grid. Starting on pole today, Michael Wave in the 87 for Klottenheimer, and right next to him, the first time we're seeing him this season, and first time we're seeing him in general, that is Taforma. Taforma Pressure Clot is here, making his series debut. Remember, he's just under the age to run all the races. He still has to run, you know, all the short tracks and road courses we go to. That's all he's allowed to do. But he is here. He's starting on the front row. Good start for him already. The row behind, the same situation. That is the 79 of Simi Can't Stand Your Bits Jr. I mentioned him in the preseason showdown at Gauntlet way back that he'd be starting some races. You all probably forgot about that, so here he is to remind you that he does exist, and he's in the same boat as Taforma. He's just under the age to run all the races. We don't know if he plans to run all the races he can run this season, but hopefully he will because he's starting up here. Masturbation alongside. Good run for them. Then, it is the Young Time Racing Cars. The 6 of Pumic Stumper Jerry is in 5th, and Detective Little Mind Pretzel there in 6th place. Corey Crime and Aggressive make up the row behind. Not a lot to talk about there, but they're both having some solid runs so far. There's Buster Guts, the menace himself, and the father, Simi Can't Stand Your Bits Senior. Now we're just going to say Can't Stand Your Bits and Can't Stand Your Bits Junior because that's going to drive me nuts. There's Small Medium Fat in 74, and Leland Funnyman in the 42, the row behind. Corey Knight in the 24 is back. Two straight races if I'm not mistaken. How about that? And then the 8 of Dale Bernhardt Jr. Can he get something going? He is really close to the playoff cut line, wants to get further above it. Can he do it? We'll find out. There is the 20 and the 76, both having good seasons apart from the 20's lackluster finishes. Melanoma, the points leader. Can he keep that lead? I think so, but, you know, anything can happen. That's for sure. Throw behind, Empty Pockets in the 55, and Humphrey Clot. Remember, the Clots finally got a win in Kyrock with Ernest Herbert Walker Clot, the oldest Clot in the family tree. And remember, Humphrey did shit himself another time, and now he's down to 2 shits left, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there, but I believe that's how many he has left. I'll have to check with the Klottenheimer insiders later in the race to find that out. There's Xbox 360 and Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico. They have some work to do. Can they do it? We'll find out. The row behind, Aunt Tim in the 9 and SpongeBob in the 4. SpongeBob has not had a good string of finishes yet, but I think that this is the track where he can turn it around. This is where he did his rookie testing, so this will be a great start to get that momentum going as we are very close to the playoffs beginning. Gwendy 444 the 4th in the 65 has been very impressive this season. This qualifying effort, though, was not. And Amber, she's fine as hell. She's fast as hell, but she was not fast as hell this time. We'll have to see if she can make up for it later. In the 32, Kyle is going to be doing this race here for Full Moon Racing. And alongside him is somebody that just had a pretty good run, I'd say, at Pigs Creek in the Cup Series, and that is Aaron Pressure in the 75. Two Nephew Motorsports cars back here, Chippy Ahoy and Secret Agent Randy Beans. Not a lot to say about them. They're just hoping to get through this race and get some points, and honestly, I can respect that twin. Let's go to the row behind. That's Justin Tallgeier and Becca Lynn. There's not a lot to say about these guys because a lot of them have been having, some really lackluster performances. Justin Tallgeier was in a big wreck at Pigs Creek. He would have needed a week to recover, but because that week was an off week, he is here and he is ready as well. The 31, that's my car. This is Ariana Grenade in this car this week. The 70 of Nia Newman right next to her. I think that there's going to be a lot to prove for Nia Newman because so far he has been proving himself as a waste to this seat. So I hope that he can figure it out because he has had some really good talents in the regional series, which is where we discovered Teforma and, Corey Crime, all those other guys. So hopefully he can live up to the hype, but we'll have to find out. Behind them, Era 404 Driver Not Found and Cup of Joe. Remember, use code ASSCA in your order for 10% off at W Energy. Gert is back, and he's back with a bang as he starts way back here, almost P last. And right next to him, PM Racing is back again. So another 2 race in a row thing. That's pretty rare for them. Gregory Poopsicle here in the 30 car. Good to see him around. And then behind that, with the last 3 cars, the 68 of Ricky Ticky Bobby Wobbin, the 23 of Denise Fat, and rounding out the goddamn field is the 1 of Cyber Zed. So, let's send it down to Mason Payson for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Mason, thank you so much. Wow, that was awful. Anyway, they're off. We're ready. Are you ready? Hopefully you are. Michael Wave is on pole. With Teforma, Pressure, Clot, Sato, whatever the hell he is, up there. Who comes out to potentially change their season here today? Boogity boogity, we're green. Let's find out in 80 laps. I said it before the first caution. Here comes Pummix number Jerry already on the inside. 3 wide already for second, and we are only down the back straightaway. Michael Wave is flying away, and look at this unbelievable pack. Here comes Detective Bluto Mind Pretzel to the inside of his teammate. Can he get there? He will. He'll take second. They are 4 wide back there. Pummix number Jerry comes out with second. Detective Bluto Mind Pretzel third. Corey Crime fourth. Is that Masturbation fifth? But Michael Wave is out front. But he can't hold... he can't hold the bottom very well. Oh my lord! Who is that? Oh man. Oh, SpongeBob. Oh no, SpongeBob. Oh no, SpongeBob. Good grief. As Charlie Brown once said, SpongeBob is still upside down. And he's driving away. Oh, Michael Wave just hit him! Oh, man. We're off to a great start here at Richmond. Alright. Let's take a look at what the hell just happened, bro. Taking a look at SpongeBob as the wreck happens. I think he's the one to look at, though. He gets propped up there by the 25. That is who hit him. Aaron Pressure makes contact. Melanoma. Ricky Tiki Bobby Wobbin. Cup of Joe. Oh. And Michael Wave. The leader of the race, by the way. Just in case you forgot. Epilepsy warning. I hate those lights. Small Medium Fat is reaping the benefits of being full-time. But it does come with this. Oh, that'll hurt. Oh, Humphrey went upside down. We gotta look at that. Oh, Cup of Joe got a big hit there, you see. Let's look at Humphrey. Let's look at Humphrey, and then we'll go back green, because I don't think any of this other miscellaneous contact really matters to anything. Oh, those lights, bro. Taking a look at Humphrey Clot, who might have just used his 4th of 5 shits in his pants. Leland Funnyman turns him, and he just goes up and over. I think that he might not have shit himself from that, actually. Ariana Grenade in my car, good avoidance there. Let's go to the green flag, because this is making me sad. Oh my, that could have been brutal. Let's go green. Glitch in the matrix there. It is not laps. There we go. I almost thought that was playing games with me there. They're doubling up. Kinda. I don't know what the hell that was, but Pumick Stumper Jerry has taken 2nd place. 80 lap race. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I said it before the first yellow. That's gonna drive me nuts. There we go. Remember, 80 lap race. We're already a 10th. No, that's not it. No, that is it. 10th through the race already. On lap number 9, Pumick Stumper Jerry has taken the lead on the outside. Michael Wave was caught lacking. Who can capitalize now? Oh my god, who just hit the wall? They're coming back up the track. They're coming back up the track. What is going on? Oh, aggressive again. Oh, Humphrey, no. Oh, god. No. We didn't even get a lap in, bro. Son, I'm crying. WFAPS. What the hell was even that? What is going on? Oh my god. Son, Mason can't even figure out where the leader is. Alright, that was awful. Let's take a look what happened really quickly, because I think that was a quick one. And yeah. So we're looking at Aunt Tim because he's the first car I saw. So there's the cars getting turned down there. Xbox 360 just comes up and starts this disaster. Somebody spun in the back. We'll look at that here. And then it's just a nightmare up here. Like, I don't even know what's going on. I can't even tell you what the hell's going on. There's those stupid lights again. Yeah. Let's take a look at what else the hell happened, and then go back to the green flag. Well, they say if you ain't first, you're last, but if you ain't wrecking, you ain't participating or something, because Becca Lynn gets turned back there, and then something happens up here. Aggressive just gets extremely aggressive. Never mind. There's disagreements between Amber and Secret Agent Randy Beans, which starts everything up here. And Humphrey gets turned by SpongeBob almost into the pit wall. That could have been catastrophic. Man, this is going to be a nightmare. Let's go green again, because I'm getting fed up with this baloney. Yo. I'm never saying that again. Welcome back to the Rind of Mitch people. That's... what? To the Mind of Rich people. There we go. What was I talking about? It is not lap... Is it lap 12? It's not lap 12. It's not lap... It's not lap... It's... There we go. It's lap 14. Pumick Stumper Jerry's leading now. The outside might be getting a better restart, though. I'm not really sure. As the tires degrade, the outside gets better, so it's possible that Michael Wave... Yeah, Michael Wave is just going to have an incredible run here. I don't know why we just went down to like 20 FPS there, but I'm sorry about that. Please don't tell me... No, they're not wrecking. There's a lot of separation now because of damage. There's Corey Knight back there in the 24. He's trying to make some moves, and we have a yellow again. Oh boy. What is going on? What happened? Genuinely, I don't even know. Becca Lynn, bro, I swear to God. We're taking one look. One look. I'm on my last nerve. One look. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's just great. Oh, that's amazing. Some you can't stand your bits just turn sideways for something. What is going on with this field? I don't know. We've still got about 60 laps to go. A lot of these are under yellow, So Michael Wave and Pumick Stumper Jerry are pretty much competing for the most laps led bonus points. But wow, nightmarish stuff going on here at Richmond. Oh, they're just hitting everywhere. Sorry. RIP headphone users. Let's take a look at what went green. Or what, Am I the king of predictions or what? Becca Lynn was the one that had the incident. She just turned up on small, medium, fat. And that's what started that. Now let's try and get to the 97. There he is right there. So let's take a look at what happens here because I am not looking at it again. I've had enough. I've had it up to here. The cooldown lap seems to get really weird there with Corey Knight. Taforma gets turned up there by the 20. The 97 gets propped up by Xbox 3... Or no, that's not Xbox 360. That's his son. Simican Standovich Jr. And it just creates whatever this is supposed to be. Okay, I've had enough of looking at this. Let's get some racing in. I might have to hit the override switch and make them do single file restarts because this is getting out of control. Out of control. Lurkus, where are you, bud? Where are you? Welcome back to Hawk Tua. Sorry. We're back. It's lap 20. We're a fourth through. Or, that's not true. Yeah, that is true. We're a fourth through the race already. And it hasn't even been that long. Michael Wave, Pumick Stumper Jerry lead the field once again. DNF so far, I believe SpongeBob and Denise Fat might be the only two. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. I don't know. But they're green again. It is like 4 FPS out here. It's alright. Oh, Lord! And they're around! And it's the big one at Richmond. The big one at Richmond. The big one at... Oh, my dear Lord. What is going on? Oh, my goodness! They're still crashing! Bro. I'm getting word from Lurkus. The override switch is in hand. Because this is getting out of control. I'm taking one look. I don't care. Masturbation's leading. I'm taking one look at this crash. I'm done. I'm done. ASSCA. Taking a look at small, medium, fat, who is in the crash for sure. The wreck happens up front. But he does get a big piece of it here, eventually. Corey Knight's around. Oh, and then he just gets turned. Okay. So we're going to look at Corey Knight and then go back green because I'm genuinely tired of this. The override switch is in hand. Don't worry. Taking a look with the exact same camera because we're cheap bastards. This is Corey Knight getting turned there, and there's contact on the inside, and that's what just generates this monstrous accident of just great lengths. You know what? It wasn't as bad as it seemed because it sounds really loud, but yeah. Bro. This is insane. We're going back green. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Welcome back to Richmond, where they didn't tell me that we were going back green this quick. They ran too many commercials. And this is what happened. I'm tired of low FPS. Corey Crime out front, or not out front, but going for it. Well, he's technically out front, but what do I know? I'm just a chud. And the caution is out again. Can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up anymore. And it's the 97 again. The override switch. It's coming. It's coming, I'm telling you, bro. The override switch. I might sound crazy when I say this, but Corey Knight was the reason for the caution flag. I believe. I was looking in from a distance. It was. Oh. Fingers crossed. Legs crossed. Toes crossed. Keep literally everything you can crossed for Corey Knight. Who is he? He did not drive away. Ooh. Oh man, and bro, the override switch. I'm telling you. I'm hearing from Lurkus that there is one more attempt at double file restarts, and if they can't get it done good enough, that'll be it for the double file restarts. So they better keep it together! Keep it together! Welcome back to Richmond. Keep your fingers crossed for Corey Crime. I don't necessarily... Corey Knight. Sorry. There's so many Corys that I'm losing it, bro. I don't see him even on pit road. So, just think happy thoughts for Corey Knight. Not Corey Crime. Corey Knight. SpongeBob's the only one on pit road. Corey Knight's definitely done for the day. Keep him in mind, though. Keep him in mind. Big hit there. Hopefully he's alright. Masturbation comes back to the line to take the green flag, and nobody else seemed to know that it was green. And here we go, as we are on 20 FPS at this point. But who cares, because we're 3 wide! Oh my goodness me, they're wrecking. No, they're not. They're not wrecking. Holy shit. Are we going to get through? Yes, we are. Look at this. Oh. We're going to have to check in with Lurkus on that one. Oh. Swipe Right Racing has some arguments. Are they racing back? They're not anymore. Wow. What a nightmare this has been. This has been a nightmare of a race. Let's take a look at what happened. We're not going to look at what happens up here because it's kind of useless at this point because it's just little tiny pieces of contact that they would have gotten anyway. So we're looking at Becca Lynn in the 38, who is the reason for the accident, and oh! Just sent it in, took her teammate out. And that's all she wrote. But according to Lurkus, I'm hearing from Lurkus, this does count as making it a lap because it had to be the leader. Oh! Buster Guts just busted the 36 car. That Xbox 360's got the death ring on it now. But yeah, double file restarts again. So help me Lord. Get the Bibles out, guys. It's gonna get ugly. Welcome back to Richmond. We are still awaiting the word on Xbox 360 and Corey Knight. Now, Xbox 360 is not on the racetrack. So, he is done. Just keep him in mind, because Buster Guts might have just killed him. It's unknown yet. But keep Corey Knight in your mind, please. As that was a devastating crash. We're green again at Richmond, though. Can we get this shit going? Look at Kyle in 4th, or 3rd, or whatever place that's supposed to be. Kyle to the inside! Can Kyle get the win? Oh, they're almost wrecking again. No, please. Remember what Lurkus said, it has to be a lap, and they made it back. We are going to have a double file restart again when the caution comes out, and it's probably going to be very, very soon. And Kyle almost just killed himself. Oh, Lord. Oh! Oh, man. That was a hard hit. That was a very hard hit. That was a very hard hit. Caution's out. Once again. Wow. That was a big impact. Huge impact, if you can say that. Hellacious, even. Secret Agent Randy Beans was in this crash, and he was in it hard. Think about him. He did drive away. Wow. Somebody back there didn't, though, so we're going to have to look at that. Then we'll go back green. This is getting out of control. We're looking at Aunt Tim with the exact same camera, remember, because we are cheap bastards. He was in the crash. He was in it pretty bad. Big hit there. Everybody actually did get going again, so I'm just blind. But let's go back green. Because, you know, we need to find out if we're going to have single file restart soon. Because this is getting out of control. Oh my god, those lights. Welcome back to Richmond again. Here today. I just noticed the ticker has kind of been blocking some of the scenery here. So we're going to go to this camera and see how it goes. I'm not sure how well this will work. Probably won't. Actually, I'm just going to bite the bullet and go to TV1, and we're going to have to just deal with the lights. So epilepsy warning from here. If you do have epilepsy, please be aware. There is a certain angle on this track where you will see a flash. And we're back green. Kyle! Look at Kyle out there. He just shot out of a canyon. Can we keep it green, though, is the question that we all want to know. I can't see the field. Oh, aggressive is back there. I don't like the looks of the... Oh, man. Melanoma is upside down. Oh. And that will, in fact, trigger the single file restarts. Taking a look at Melanoma, this seems to be a great angle for replays because it's surely captured. Oh! Denise Fat, Melanoma. Both go temporarily upside down for Denise Fat, but Melanoma slides and comes to a stop. Doesn't go back on them wheels. And we are going to single file restarts, everybody. Welcome back to Richmond, everybody. We are pretty much in the realm of 30 laps to go. Now, something I will add, if Kyle were to win this race, the entire 32 car is in the playoffs. But Kyle would have to be driving the playoff races. Just letting you know. Right? If Taforma back here in third wins the race, he's in. But, you know, there's a lot of, you know, fine lining with that because, you know, we'll have to get him cleared and everything to race those 3 races in the playoffs. But here we go. We're green. Single file restarts for the rest of the race because nobody seems to know how to behave themselves. So Kyle has a huge advantage now. I promise you this was not rigged. This is literally just out of pure tired mindset here to just... Oh, that flash is going to drive me nuts. Remember, epilepsy warning just in case. If any of you have epilepsy, please, like, look away every time they go through 3 and 4 or something, I don't know. Just don't want anybody to be hurt by that. Oh, that's just awful. But look at this, we're staying green. How about this shit? Michael Wave to the inside, and he's going to take the lead away. Kyle's going to fight back on the outside. Corey Crime now getting to the inside of Taforma. Remember, those two were in the regional series together the start of the season, but Corey Crime won every single race until he departed to come to here. So, Corey Crime, even though he's out of the regional series, technically still leads by a huge margin. Taforma and Simikant Standardovich Jr. are the 2 cars that are basically going for the championship now in that series because Corey Crime was so good there, he finally got an offer to come up, and look at Kyle on the bottom. Kyle is making huge moves to try and stay out front. Look at this battle. That flash is going to drive me into the mental facility, but it's okay. Here comes the 87 on the outside. The outside is still a liability right now, I fear. I fear the outside is still not the preferred lane to go. It's not. As you see, look at the crossover by Michael Wave. Michael Wave with a huge move. Michael Wave. Michael Wave. Michael Wave. Michael Wave. Oh, contact between Corey Crime and Kyle. Goddamn, Kyle. Justin Tallgeier is in the mix. I just spit everywhere. That was disgusting. Here we go. Taforma's dropping like a damn rock. Here comes Cyber Zed, who started dead last. Cyber Zed starts towards the back, finishes towards the front. It seems to happen every single time. Here comes Teforma. He's going to have a shot on the inside. No, he won't. As now they're going to all single file out on the bottom because the outside is just a death sentence. Teforma now going to force Kyle to the outside. Teforma pressure clot. Crew chief for Claire pressure in the Cup Series. An up-and-coming driver. Look at the 45. How is that thing still on the road? Teforma into the wall. Kyle upside down. Kyle barrel rolling, doing tricks on it for free. No down payments. I'm spitting everywhere. Oh, man. Kyle and Teforma come together. Do they race back to the line? They will not. They won't. Michael Wave is the leader. We are in for a treat, because that was a good portion of racing. Why didn't we do single file restarts from the start? That would have saved us a lot of time. Damn! So we're looking at Kyle in this situation. Teforma just gets under him and just loses the car. Kyle hits the wall pretty hard, goes up and over. Flips, does tricks on it and everything. And the Full Moon Racing 32, who is having a great run, by the way. Best run, I believe, of this team's history, comes to a grinding halt right in front of our eyes. Let's go back, Green. That was fun. Welcome back to the Rind. Not the Rind. The Mind of Rich People. There we go. I don't know why I keep saying it like that. I'm kind of a bum, if I'm going to be honest. Michael Wave is leading, Corey Crime in second, Justin Tallgeier third, Masturbation fourth, and Cyber Zed fifth. If you want my pick, really? I've got to go with the pole sitter. Michael Wave has been superb. And in fact, he is pretty close. I think he has to lead, I believe it's 6 more laps to officially get the most laps led of the day. Like, without, any contest at all. He could literally finish dead last and still have it if he leads the next 6 laps. Pace car's pulled off, I believe. Yeah, it has. We're green again. Let's get some more good racing in, because that was pretty good. Corey Crime in second. This is a huge moment. This is a track that the regional series goes to, and Corey Crime, both times he's been here, has won the race. Can he stay undefeated? He's going to try! He's going to get to the inside of Michael Wave! Yes, he is! To the inside, Corey Crime! There's a little bit of separation, but that's alright, because this is insane racing here. Michael Wave on the outside, Corey Crime on the inside. Corey Crime, remember, he has won every single race of the regional series this season, to the point where he got an offer to come up here, and he took it, even though he could have just claimed the title and won every race. He wanted to be in the big series, and this is the way he can get it started, is in the ASSCA National Series. Now, the 87 needs to get something going here for Klottenheimer, because to be honest, I don't think anybody else has anything for him. Dale Bernhardt Jr. is in 3rd place. How about that? Corey Crime, though, this would be a huge upset to the points. That could be a huge upset to the 3rd place car of Dale Bernhardt Jr. because he is very close to that cut line. Michael Wave is going to try and get back to the inside. Can he do it? Yes, he will! He's to the inside! We're coming to 11 to go at the line. The field's starting to bunch up a little bit more. Michael Wave just needs to get back by that 11. And he's back to the inside again. Can he use it for good this time? He's going to try. He's going to do it. No, he won't. I think the tires are at that point. They're at that conversion point where it's going to be a very even match. But Michael Wave is on the bottom, and he's going to take the lead, and he's going to stay in the lead this time. That gap to Corey Crime might be too big, but the draft here, because of this new aero package and tire, it does end up bringing you back, and you can see the 11 can hold the bottom a lot better than that 87 can. The 11's going to be right back on the bottom. Can he get back to his inside and pass him? He's going to try. Corey Crime on the bottom. Michael Wave on top. The 2 biggest prospects possibly in TOECAR, apart from Teforma, who has kind of been a little bit absent since, that big wreck there. These are probably the 2 biggest up-and-coming prospects of TOECAR history, and they are fighting it out here at Richmond, short tracking it up. Here we go, coming to lap 74. How many laps to go is that? I don't know. But look at Corey Crime on the bottom. Is it just me, or is the light stopped flashing? I don't even know. Flashing lights, Kanye West, what? As they file out now. Masturbation's taken third. We expected Star Motorsports to come through. There's the flash, so it's still there. It's still there. Michael Wave on the bottom, trying to just get back to Corey Crime. That's all he needs to do, is get back to him. But now he's got the 22 behind him, who's worrying the shit out of him right now. Does Masturbation have something for him? Oh! That was close. That was really close. Them fighting is just letting Corey Crime get away. With only a few laps to go. All that side-by-side battling, I think, has come to an end. But Michael Wave is slowly closing back into Corey Crime. And there's a lapped car. So help me, Lord, it's Leland Funnyman. Everybody get the damn alarm out. This is gonna get ugly. Oh! Leland Funnyman holds up Corey Crime temporarily. Here they come to the last lap of the race. Corey Crime out front. Michael Wave second. Denise Fat's in the way. Toyota trying to not ruin a race for a Toyota. Michael Wave, can he make some sort of last-ditch move to get to Corey Crime? He's right there. He can get there. Oh my goodness, at the line. Who's it gonna be? Corey Crime is gonna get it. It is not the final lap. It is the checkered. Corey Crime. That's not Corey Crime. Corey Crime is the race winner for the first time literally ever. Puddle Quack Racing is going to the playoffs. The yellow is waving for something, I don't know. Oh dear Lord, that light flash is just awful. That was exciting. Richmond never fails. Never fails to deliver. Corey Crime is your winner. And he's only been here for 3 races, and he has already won his first. This guy is good. Let's take a look at the finishing results here, because it was a crazy race. I'm not gonna lie. It got close at the line, though. You know, Michael Wave had one last move, and he tried to use it. He comes second. You know, this entire top 10, I'd say, did pretty good today in just staying out of everything. You know what I mean? Simikan Stanovich Jr. had a good run. To Forma, you know, he was doing a really, really good job until that incident with Kyle. They still both bounced back, top 25s for both of them as well. Somebody I would like to shout out, though, Pumic Thumper Jerry, his his second race of the season, and he's out here coming in 12th. He's got a pretty good stat sheet right now. He was pretty close to the playoff cut line, even with just his finish at Daytona alone. So, you know, that could be huge for the points. We are getting very close, though, I must admit, to the playoffs. This was a pivotal race for the season. I already said that before we went green. Corey Crime was a huge upset win. Even though he's really good, you know, this team has never been to the playoffs. Of the 0-1, the 9, the 10, 11, and 12, they have never made it to this point. And Corey Crime is here, and he has done it. What an unbelievable job he did today in just kind of avoiding everything. And if we go down here to the bottom, it's a lot of accidents. You know, Simikan Stanovich, Melanoma, all of them. Prayers up, though, for Corey Knight and Xbox 360, in my opinion. They had big accidents here today. But what an incredible race we had today. And without further ado, I say tune into TOECAR tomorrow and on Friday at the specific times on your screen. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye. Headache for 12. Corey. What a race. It's a shame that it was a disaster halfway through.